Hi, I'm just finishing up on the second part of my message. Basically, about what I was explaining about, because I was I ended at that nothing in this world can take the place of God in your life. Nothing else can satisfy that need that you have in you, and nothing can make you whole or have true peace and joy. All can be found in God. Because right now, things are happening, and if you look in the Bible, it's everything that is happening was spoke up a long time ago in the Bible. And they said that in the last days, and it spoke about how these things would happen, rumors of wars, mothers against daughters, daughters against mothers, and fathers against sons, and everything is happening. The loss of the love of man, and um, people picking other things over God. And right now, the time to get ready for God's return is now. I would say it's like the time is fading away like a vapor in the wind, which, as we know, vapor, when it is being blown, can easily disappear. It's quick. It's here before you even know it. It's like the virgins with the lamps, and how they didn't they there was the bridegroom came for them to go in, but they didn't have enough oil in their lamps. They didn't prepare for him to come. And it's just like the thief in the night. God said in the Bible that he was going to come as a thief in the night. That means we don't know the day nor the hour when God is going to come. And we need to prepare for that, because if you don't know when a thief is going to hit your home and you're not home, you know I remember times that my aunt came home and her house had been robbed. But and that's how God's going to come. He's not going to come when you know when he's going to come. He's going to come when you think everything, oh, let's have fun, let's enjoy the world, I'm not getting ready now, I want to have my fun, and everything like that, and you're busy in the things of the world. But if the Bible also speaks of, if you knew that the thief was going to come, you would have been home. You wouldn't have you have been prepared for him when you thought he was going to come to your house and rob you. You would prepare for it. You wouldn't just let someone break it in your home. And in the same sense, that that God has prepared us and told us ahead of time that he was going to come. And it's up to us to prepare. And the only way we will know that he's coming is if we read the Bible. And if we read it, we will know what he is expecting of his people. And we will also know what everything that we need to know, such as his laws, his rules, how he feels about us. Because, God feels about us in ways that are beyond measure. Because we are more than conquerors through him we are more than conquerors in Jesus. And even as we go through these situations, I'm learning it even more. I sometimes I wonder how I got over. That's life. That's real. When you hear, the old 1960s, Mahalia Jackson and everyone, they were talking about their lives. They were talking not just, that's the best songs. The best songs come from the heart. They don't come from, oh, well, I got a tune and then I put some words to it because it sounded go with the tune. They were actually living that life. They were actually speaking their life. And it meant something to them. It wasn't just words. It was actual people singing about their griefs, about their sorrows, and relying on God for everything. And when I think about all the things, I mean, when I was going to be losing my home one time, and the landlord, our home was really bad. We lived in the basement, and the house was terrible. It was, you could feel during the wintertime, you could feel the window, the coldness hitting the door. It was so thin that it came into your house, and the only place we felt warm was in the bedroom, our bedrooms. And that's and I mean, it was a difficult, but God blessed us out of it. I mean, the landlord, yes, he wanted to evict us, and I chose the Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego way. I chose that even though God doesn't save us from that situation, I wasn't going to bow down to that situation. I wasn't going to let my emotions take me to that area. I wasn't going to make myself act the way he was acting towards me. I was going to choose to live according to God and not live according to how I felt. And I was going to treat my landlord right, and I was going to act rightly towards him. Even no matter what I was going to, no matter if I was going to be homeless and our family was going to be homeless, I chose to live by God. I chose to deny what I was feeling and stand on the Bible. And the funny thing is, we went to court, and the landlord won. But he laughed about the situation. And even when that situation happened, God blessed me. God made it so that even now, I mean, I was able to get my Section 8. I was able to move into a home that was much better than what I had. And God blessed me through all of it. I mean, the day I was going to go get my Section 8, I happened to be, they were at that present moment accepting applications at the building I ended up living at. And the day before, they went to the Section 8 office the day before I actually went and got my certificate. On the day I went and got my certificate, it was already there. So on the day I got my certificate, I ended up going to the building and looking at it. And it was so much better than what I had. And indeed, that was a blessing, because God brought me through situations. So many things. I remember times we were homeless, or the times I was homeless as a kid. But God brought me through it. I lived in shelters. I lived in shelters, went to school every morning, woke up, went to school. They had to go back at the hour that the shelter was open, that I was able to go back. But God blessed me with it in that situation. He brought me out of that situation, and God had been good. I was in a shelter, yes, but as a teenager, yes, but in that situation, there were coordinators, people at the shelters that I was able to talk to, that were like a parent to me, I would say. And even when I was living that type of life, I was coming from school, ashamed that I was living in a shelter, wanted to get off a different bus stop so people wouldn't see me getting off at that place, see me walking down that street, And I was able to graduate from high school, with good grades. And I was able to go to clean shelters and good shelters. I was able to have food every night, have clothes on my back. I was able to work. I was able to have, even up till the time I graduated high school, I was able to go to Job Corps right after I graduated high school. and have, and I was able to create a different life for myself. And in that sense, God brought me through it, and I'm glad what He did for me. I just feel blessed when I think about where I was, how I was living, how I had to bargain for my bed at night. I had to pay a lottery. One of the shelters I actually went to, I had to do a lottery. Every night we had to do a lottery, and I didn't know if I was going to get a bed in that shelter or not. Then I managed to get upstairs, I would say the VIP section of the shelter, and I lived there. And it was like I had my own room. It was like almost like a regular house. I had my own room. We had a kitchen, a living room, and so forth and so on. And people were there to help me. I mean, I learned a lot just going to shelters, spending time with the people. Even one of the ladies, I still remember her to this day, and how she had a scent on her. But I used to talk to her, and she was a very nice, intelligent person. And one time, someone told me about her. They were talking about her and said how I couldn't believe she gave me that present, because the present happened to be very expensive, and they couldn't believe what she had did and how she had bought it. And she's just such a good. You never know how people are until you really get to know them. Even you have to go beyond what that scent is and go into where the person really is, and look past it. Look past those small infirmities and see the real person that lives there, And I'm just thankful what God has done in my life and how God has brought me through. I mean, I was even able to get my own DVD demo done in New York with someone who had met some famous people, and they were in his studio, like Will Smith and different ones. And I had a chance to meet Marvin Sapp, which that was so cool. And I just feel blessed for what God has done for me and how God has brought me through those situations. And I just wanted to say that, And now, I just want to be ready when Jesus calls my name. It's just like a song I wrote. And it just goes like this. I want to be ready when Jesus calls my name. I want to be ready when Jesus calls my name. I must be living right. I must be talking right when Jesus calls my name. Will you be ready if Jesus comes today? Will you be ready if Jesus comes today? Are you living right? Are you talking right if Jesus comes today? I must be ready. I must be ready when Jesus calls my name. I must be living right. I must be talking right when Jesus calls my name. Will you be ready? Will you be